guys, Xaikoo here. Now, this is the channel. The Xaikoo channel is where we keep everything real. And today I'm gonna tell you something which was not planned exactly. This whole video was not planned today. I was supposed to receive this ultra-wide screen today, but I was not gonna unbox it until Wednesday, Thursday or Friday. It's Saturday right now. But this thing being so big, me living towards the very end of my apartment section and me driving a Mustang, this whole combination did not work through. The ways I had to bring this monstrous of a thing is just something the legends are gonna tell. Well, I'm scared that this thing might be broken, and I mean, I did bring it safely and everything, but I'm not sure. But anyways, I'm gonna jump ahead into this thing. We'll see how everything goes, and let's hope it's for the best and it's not broken. Once again, this is gonna be a video where I'm gonna focus more on the box and on myself, simply because this thing is so monstrous, so huge, that I simply could not put this and myself in the one frame because I don't have the $1 million equipment with me just lying around. So yeah, we're gonna keep it simple, we're gonna keep it safe, and we're gonna focus on the box. And let's start the video now. This is the upside, yep, yeah. Not sure what this is yet. I think this goes in the back of the monitor. It covers something. I don't know, we'll see. Alright guys, here's the moment of truth. As soon as I figure out how do I take this out, we should be able to see. Alright guys, I did an oopsie right here. The reason this monitor is coming put in this manner is because they are wanted to give you the access to put the monitor's base and the backbone and everything while it is sitting like this. So you don't have to worry about it when it is out and you wanted to find a place, soft something to do that. And it's not broken. This looks like almost an ocean wave. If you look it from the side right here, this looks like a weird ocean blade or like something super modern. And maybe it's just my anticipation, but damn, this thing looks good. This thing is beautiful. Alright guys, before we go ahead in this video, I just wanted to put the first sponsor into this video. The sponsor for this video are my mom and dad. We just hit the 111 subscribers, 111 subscribers in this channel. It's not a lot, obviously it's not a lot, it's like nothing for some people, but definitely starting this channel and coming over here, I have to have a lot of videos where I had to buy gadgets and the electronic stuff, which usually costs a lot. And these two people have always been there with me, supporting me no matter what. And never once they questioned me, you know, like why do you want to buy this thing, why you want to build this channel. Never once. They always stood there with me, supported me throughout this video, supported me throughout this channel. And yeah, this channel, even one subscriber would not have been possible if it were not for them. So mom and dad, you guys are amazing. Thanks for always being there with me. Thanks for having faith in me on times even when I myself didn't have any faith in me. So just wanted to put you guys out there. You guys are the sponsor for all my videos, from the first one to the last ones. This thing is giving me the same vibes I had when I first saw my car. And my goodness, this thing looks simply beautiful. I mean, look at this. What is this? Is this like a skate ramp where you go ahead and skate? Huh? This thing does not let me down at all whatsoever. Now, I know a lot of people might have questions on why someone would need it. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and explain everything after I set it up. And yeah, the first ever impression of this, I'm gonna go ahead, tell you guys how everything is working out, and we'll go on from there. Look at that monstrosity right there. God, this thing is big and huge and wild and everything. There's also this feature to put the headphone towards the back of the monitor. Pretty handy, pretty useful, I guess. So as you guys can see, it's been raining, and it's been raining for about 6 hours now. And in this rain, I had to go and get my stuff. Whew. And I hope this works. This whole project is getting weird with how I'm bringing all my stuffs here. God. Look at this. Does this not look amazing? My God, I'm loving this screen. It's been like a week since I have installed it, and my goodness, every day my love for this setup is just doubling. Is that even a word, doubling? So it's been a week since I have put this screen here, and I believe about a couple of days at least since I have put the setup over here. The screen, ultra wide screen I used to have over here is here, the one from LG. I got a long arm, I don't know why it's called an arm, but mount arm or something, which supports this screen to be held in a greater height than what a normal arm would provide you. So that's pretty awesome. I already have the other mount planted back. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that yet. I will definitely try to find some good use of it, and I will see what I can do with that. But let's just talk about this screen. To start with, this screen has a resolution of 5120 into 1440, so that's pretty neat right from the start. This thing is the best there is in at least the ultra wide system one could afford, and that's pretty nice. It's nice to have the best of the world, I guess. But just as a disclaimer, this screen is not the best the Samsung has to offer. In fact, it was very interesting. The day I got this screen, that very day, Unbox Therapy revealed the new, it's not even new, it's been a while since it's been here. I believe it's been a year. But yeah, they went ahead and reviewed the Odyssey or Obsidian or something like that, which is the latest 49-inch ultra-wide Samsung has to offer. And I guess that's the prime. There is nothing above that as of today, as of this point. So that was amazing to see. The cost of that thing is double the cost of this thing right here. This one costed me about 1,100 something bucks, around that. If I would have gone for the Obsidian, it would have definitely gotten me somewhere about 2,300 or something dollars like that. I would have loved to have that, but I don't think I'm at a position to afford it and honestly need it. Okay, so let's go to the section on why someone would need an ultra-wide screen. Definitely one of the biggest buyers of this is gamers. Gamers buy this thing all the time because it helps them with the FPS and everything, and the ultra-wide screen is pretty cool. The widescreen screen is once again pretty cool. I need this for programming. Now let me tell you something about computer science. It's kind of like a nerdy thing, but it is a reason why I bought this. So in computer science, a lot of times when we are working on a program, we don't just write one code. We have to have a lot of different code, and a lot of time they are written in different languages. Like you can see right here, I'm trying to make a GUI, a graphic user interface. So basically I have a JavaScript program right here, on the JavaScript program right here, a CSS program right here, and an HTML program right here, and combining all these develops the program. Now a lot of time these could be written in small programs and you can do the same thing, but a lot of time, and I mean majority of the time, these codes go up to thousands of lines. And in order to find a small bug somewhere in one of those codes, can take hours at points, and definitely not something you want to have a small screen to work into, because it will be a nightmare to find one bug on those 10,000. Like, it's almost like I'm giving you a Harry Potter book and I'm asking you to find that one full stop, that one comma, that one quote that is missing in the book, and you have to find that in order to test it. And then if there's another bug, you have to find that again, and you have to keep on doing it until there are no mistakes. Definitely not something you want to be doing in a 10-inch screen. That is the reason why in my iPad coding review for Pythonista, I wanted to say that this, even if everything is possible in that app, it is not the best thing to do if you're planning to do a programming or planning to make a program into that, because it'll be a nightmare to work in that. Now let's come to the section where I want to talk about a little nitpick I have of this screen. Especially this one thing has been bugging me a lot, that when I type, the screen moves a lot in different direction in the parallels. I'm not sure if it is something to do with my desk, or it has something to do with the way the computer is made, or am I putting it wrong? I don't know. It doesn't seem like that, but it is what it is, I guess. Another thing, not a nitpick, it's just an update for you guys if you're planning to buy the screen. If you use a normal HDMI, this thing will not work perfectly. In fact, when I first put my HDMI in and connected it with my MacBook Pro, this screen was acting weird. And later I researched into this thing and I found out that there is a different kind of a cable called a DP cable, which you have to have in order to get this in the maximum display proportion this has to offer. Like, it was very interesting. I got this from Amazon, obviously. So when I went ahead in the review section, the reviews of Amazon are the most bizarre thing out there. Never ever trust a review unless everyone is saying the same thing. So when I went ahead in the review section, the very first review, which majority of the people found useful, said that this thing does not support 5120 display that it is advertising that it does. Now, it was very interesting because I believe that person used an HDMI cable to connect his screen with his computer. So obviously HDMI does not have that kind of potential to give you this much ability to use the screen. You need to have a DP cable in order to use that. And it was a funny thing when I figured it out. In fact, when I first got it, I thought maybe that guy was telling the truth, but I didn't know about this new cable that is out there, the new age cable, if I may say so. And that's another reason why this thing does not have a lot of HDMI ports. It's actually just have only one HDMI port, and that was kind of weird for me. I was like, this big of a screen, why does it not have multiple HDMI ports? Only to find out that there are two DP ports, because this is the kind of a computer that you will need a DP port in order to use it. So that was very, very interesting right there. And another thing, when I opened the box, I thought that all the cables in there, besides one, which is the definitely the power supply cable, besides that, I thought the two extra cables in there are both HDMIs. Once again, I was wrong. One of them was an HDMI, the other one was a DP cable, which was again interesting. I didn't figure it out. So obviously I thought that, you know what, I'm gonna try this in, but the MacBook Pro does not have a separate DP port, unfortunately. So obviously I went ahead on Amazon and got myself a DP to USB-C wire, and worked perfectly. I'm using it in 5120 port, and this thing is, all right, let me show you the potential of this thing. So this right here down in the bottom, this is my dock right here. That is it is like a miniature form of a dock right here, and this obviously is my application folder. It's like it puts application like how much screen do you need. This is a max level YouTube screen that YouTube can provide you in any desktop, and it's just this much. Like, this thing is just using 33% of the whole screen. This thing, I mean, basically, I don't know what, like, if someone is just buying this screen to just use as a normal computer, either that guy is super rich or he's super dumb. Now, I understand that a lot of time people just want to buy this thing because it's new, it's techie, they want to research into this thing. But besides that, I don't see the point of a normal person buying one of these screens unless they want to show off that they can afford these screens. I don't see any reason of it. Then again, I mean, it's up to you if you want to buy one, but let me know in the comments down below if you see this computer being used by someone other than a programmer, a tech reviewer, maybe a gamer. I don't know. Besides that, I don't know outside of this circle what is the use of a screen this big. But there has to be some other potential use of this because I saw a lot of people bought it who are in none of those things. So I don't know. So undoubtedly, this thing is brilliant. This thing is amazing. It's like a dream of mine to have a ultra wide screen sitting in my desk. So wow, this is a moment for myself over here. A lot of people asked me in person, you have a projector with you and you say you need a big screen in order to work in your programming skills or to make programs. So why don't you just use the projector? And that's a great question. But the only problem is that I need to see the written things over here. The programs are written in text over here. And you can't do that on a projector unless you have that $10,000 projector which can project the picture so perfectly onto its screen that you can read absolutely everything. And the day I get $10,000 just lying around to do nothing, I might go ahead and buy myself that projector and use that as my programming screen. But until then, I obviously have to use 1/10 of that money to get an ultra wide screen and just work on that because I'm a college student and I'm broke-ish. Well, I guess that is it for this week, guys. Let me know what you think about this video. Comment down below if you have any suggestions on what you want to see in this computer being done. Besides obviously programming, because trust it, it's boring. I'll definitely try to go ahead and work on those things in this computer. And I just wanted to say, if you guys can subscribe to this video, I normally don't say that, but I have seen that majority of you, in fact more than 90% of you, are not subscribed to my channel. So it will be a huge help if you guys can go ahead, click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. It really motivates me to keep making these videos, to see that people are actually loving these videos and they would like to see more of these on what more a normal computer science student usually use in their everyday life. So that will be a huge help. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, take care.